Well, I sure hope Andy Ginther and Zach Klein and Shayla Favor and all the other Columbus Democrats had a big time at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago while the city's data breach continues to go unsolved and unresolved. Story in the Dispatch today by Bill Bush, who did a deep dive, and you can file this one under "It seemed like a great idea at the time." It begins. In December 2019, the city of Columbus made major changes to its computer operations, going to a hyper-converged infrastructure, or HCI system, an investment that paves the way for the future, according to a Computer Trade Journal article that focused on Columbus's chief technology officer, Sam Orth. There's a name we haven't heard since the beginning of this data breach that has at least 500,000 Central Ohioans wondering where their information is out there on the dark web and whether it's there because they got a traffic ticket, went to a city council meeting, paid their city water bill, got a stop sign violation or a speeding ticket. This is interesting to me because, remember, I told you that a conversation with a firefighter who relayed to me that an FBI expert went to City Hall to help them with their data breach, and the FBI expert came back and spoke to Columbus firefighters and said this was not a sophisticated system at all. He probably overstated it, but he said a fourth grader could have hacked into it. But here's the important part, and this goes back to the hyper-converged infrastructure where they consolidated everything under one supposedly protective umbrella. The FBI expert told my firefighter friend that once the hackers were inside the Columbus system, there was nothing there to stop them from going from, oh, look, we can get here and here and here and here and here, municipal court, and we can get to the crime victims, and we can get to this, and we can get to utility bill payments, and we can get to people at City Hall. They could go anywhere they wanted to go after they got in once. And this, you could file under unfortunate circumstance that could not have been seen on the horizon, or you could say, hey, they had the same exact problem in Atlanta in 2018. They had the same exact problem in Singapore, where all their health information was hacked in 2018. And they had the exact same problem in Baltimore in 2019, where all of those places had gone to the exact same hyper-converged infrastructure that Columbus went to in December of 2019. Now, Mr. Orth, the chief technology officer of the city, was extolling the virtues of this move by the city in State Tech magazine in 2021. Again, this all due to Bill Bush's reporting in the Columbus Dispatch. Mr. Orth is quoted in this article as saying, what it does is put everything into one integrated system. So instead of having to manage the server and storage environments separately, you do it all through a single pane of glass. Well, that's an unfortunate metaphor now that the glass has been broken and everything on the inside of the glass is out there on the dark web. Of course, the mayor's office will not say anything about this because of an ongoing criminal investigation. Bill Bush says industry experts warn that when this data is consolidated, if not done carefully, it can create massive security risks, you think. You are basically putting all your cyber eggs into one cyber basket. And if that basket gets hacked, you are in a lot of trouble. Yes. And that is the reality that 500,000 Central Ohioans are living with. And my guess is that number is going to go much higher. Tom Holt, a professor in the School of Criminal Justice at Michigan State University, specializing in cybercrime and cybersecurity, tells the Dispatch the fact that so much diverse city data and systems appear to have been simultaneously hacked could be a function of the infrastructure being managed through a single point. Yes, they were bragging about it when they did it 5 years ago. And the cyber guy from MSU says, yeah, if you can compromise that one point, then you can get into all the areas that are managed within it, which goes back to my fireman friend who talked to his FBI investigator who came over to the city of Columbus and went, wow, where are the stop signs once you were in here? Where are the firewalls? Where are the protective layers? Non-existent. Now, they still do not know how this happened. And they do not eliminate the possibility that it might have been a disgruntled current or former employee. Well, that'll be delicious if they ever find that out. As I said, this has happened in many cities before: Atlanta, Baltimore, Singapore. But you'll be glad to know that if you think Columbus had an incompetent guy, Sam Orth, on the case, you will perhaps be glad to know that he was listed as a top 25 doer, dreamer, and driver by Government Technology Weekly last spring. Oh, joy, right? Government Technology Weekly. The Democrats thought Sam Orth was doing a fantastic job, and they named him a top 25, and has there ever been a more empty, nonsensical, yet flowery title than doer, dreamer, or driver? Doer? Not so much. Dreamer? Probably. Driver of dysfunction? Yes. So there you go. That's your Columbus